you?
Now, good afternoon. I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm doing pretty well.
Okay,
How's
I
your
must
day?
say
I
it's
think
good
you're
to see
having a
you
busy day
again.
today.
Today, I think it is Saturday, so not that busy. Yeah,
You're managing from home.
I'm always working from home.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you asked me something and I interrupted
No, no,
you.
I said it is good to see you again. We are connecting for the second time, so I'm really
Yeah.
excited for this conversation.
Likewise, I think it's been more than 6 months we last spoke.
Oh, 6 months. I think so.
So I think so. I'm
Yeah.
not very sure. Yeah, maybe around 6 months.
Okay.
So how's it going? So what's new?
Nothing new as such. My work is same as usual, just trying to make it better and better every day. Work wise, everything is same. Personal life, a lot of self development.
Wow.
This is what
Good to
we
hear
do
that.
mainly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Good to hear that. Yeah. Okay, so since it's been quite a while and a lot of other people have also joined the channel, so I would like you to introduce yourself.
Okay. First thing, I think you have reached this number 50K plus,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Quite a progress. Okay, so to begin with, I must say thank you so much for inviting me your channel. And about my introduction, my name is Vinita Chaudhary, and I'm connecting with you from Bangalore, and I hail from UP, Mathura.
Mm-hmm.
And if I talk about my work, I think we have discussed earlier, but I will just reiterate the same part. I am building a startup named Fluenzio, where we are trying to provide one-on-one sessions to the English learners with the help of tutors. So my whole focus is on that only, building that startup.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, if I talk about little bit related to my work experience, I have worked with different startups and companies for about 4 to 5 years before starting Fluenzio. And then if I talk about my education, I have done BTech from IIT Roorkee in 2019. So I think this is enough about introduction.
Yes, yes. Many people from IIT usually go into, being founders of startups, and they have that thing to do something of their own, right? Start a company, start a startup, right?
Yeah, I can agree on that up to some extent.
Yeah, yeah, up to some extent. Because I'm a big follower of Shark Tank. So a lot of people,
Oh,
they say they are from IIT here, there, or IIM. So
mhm.
that's where I get it from.
Okay. I'm also a junkie of Shark Tank.
Oh, really? Yeah. Quite
Yeah.
interesting and entertaining as well. Though I don't understand the finance and that part, but still it's interesting to know their pitch, what they do, and how it progresses. I like these
Mhm.
episodes.
I like the idea part.
Yeah.
Like they have innovative ideas, innovative products. So that part is quite interesting. And whenever I don't know anything, I just try to do proper research to understand those terms. It is quite
Yeah.
interesting,
Mm.
something new and different.
Also, you being entrepreneur, so I think it is going to be really useful for you when you watch those episodes, like numbers, etc.
Yes,
Mm.
yes, it is very useful, and I try to understand. Okay, I was not aware about this. What is this? So something new always comes up, and
Mm.
people are very exciting, and we always have this thought, why couldn't I think that way?
Exactly. So, coming to your startup, so what was the intention behind starting Fluenzio?
Okay, the main intention was my own experience, my own journey. So it was started out of my own experience and journey. When I was in college and school days, I struggled a lot, to be honest, to the extent where I was frustrated. And the only sole purpose I had was to learn English anyhow. So in school, we can somehow manage, we can escape from this because it was not a mandatory requirement. But
Mm.
in college,
Yeah.
what I observed, I missed out a lot of opportunities. That was the biggest challenging part for me. And also, not about the opportunities, I struggle to make friends. So when
Oh.
we try to connect with people, because
Mhm.
first thing I was very ashamed for this fact that I don't know English. I was not comfortable to tell people that I don't know English, I'm not comfortable with English, because somewhere I used to feel if I will tell them, maybe they won't like me or they won't make me their friends. So that was the biggest fear, losing a lot of opportunities and all. But as a human being, we avoid till we can.
Yeah.
But there came a point when I realized, okay, I can lose some vague opportunities, maybe, but when it comes to getting a job, I can't risk that part. So then I took it seriously. I started practicing, I started working on it a lot. I did my best to work on it. And you know what happened? When I reached at the level where I was comfortable to clear interviews, when I joined company, uh, first company, I saw many people with the same problem. They
Yeah.
were also, many of them were really struggling somewhere. They were also like me when I was in college,
Mhm.
avoiding it to communicate like I'm not comfortable with it. Then I realized, okay, it is the biggest problem, one of the biggest problem, especially when you are working. And you know,
Mm.
somewhere I searched, only 11% of the people can speak in English comfortably.
Oh,
I'm not
statistics
sure,
of
but
India?
yes, in India. I searched probably on ChatGPT few months ago. So that
Mhm.
was the number then.
Mm.
So then while practicing, I got very passionate about it. So I thought I should do something. I was trying to do help to some people then based on my capacity, based on the time. But then I decided to switch it uh, to this Fluenzio, 100% focus on this part.
Wow.
And now the I started with this one-on-one goal. The main reason for one-on-one was when I was learning, the biggest challenge was a lot of generic suggestions and advice. It was available. So it
Mm.
was very difficult for me to find out what can work for me.
Right.
So then I thought maybe one-on-one will give them that flexibility so that they can express themselves. They can feel less judged in front of the tutor. They can be more, they can get more attention from the tutor, some professional, so that they can learn as fast as they can, as fast as possible. So just to reduce the time and energy, I try to focus on one-on-one. Let's see how it turns out in future, but right now the sole focus is personal training. So yes, this is
Okay.
what I'm focusing on right now.
Mhm. And why do, like, since you were also struggling with spoken English, why do you think people struggle while talking English, learning to speak English?
Okay, I try to play it safe a lot for the very long time, and I think this is one of the reasons we try to play it safe.
Mm.
We avoid as much as we can. We start getting involved in passive learning. For
Mm.
example, if someone said you should get involved with English a lot, so what do? We start reading, we start watching, we start listening. We
Mm.
do everything except speaking.
Right.
So this is one of the main reason, lack of practice. Not only practice, right practice.
Mm.
So we feel we are giving a lot of time to English, but how much time is effective? That is more important. So first reason is always lack of practice, lack of
Mm.
speaking practice.
Right.
And it boils down to this problem. When we grow up, we don't take it seriously. As an adult, this is not the only problem. What we start thinking now, if we will try to speak, maybe we have that stress. People will judge us, worrying a lot about others, what they will think, not being
Mm.
able to express fully. So this fear of making mistakes comes in, and this a lot of fears. And somewhere we tend to set those unrealistic expectations. Like in few days, I will reach at this level where
Yeah.
I'm fluent, despite
Yeah.
not making any efforts. I can become fluent. Few reasons like lack of practice, fear of making mistakes, and setting some unrealistic goals. Like in
Mm.
few days, I can become fluent. But the
Right.
reality is, and also what I have felt when I try to connect with people, you can share your experience also as you connect with many people. So they have some myths
Hmm.
as in, like, ma'am, I don't have anyone in my surroundings. Maybe this is the reason I'm not able to speak. And second can be, my school background was native Hindi or Marathi or any other medium. So I feel these are few myths that can be a reason, but partially it's true, not
Right.
100%. Because as an Indian, we can say we don't have in our families, nobody is speaking English, right? We are speaking in our native language.
If,
So this is the problem with everyone,
yeah.
right? This is the problem with everyone. Nobody has, few people, they have their environment in English.
Yes.
Otherwise, we don't have. How
Hmm.
do we learn? Just by practicing. We might have given enough time in our childhood or in our school days. That is why someone who is able to speak now, they have given enough time in past.
Right.
Now, for me or for you, it can be easy to say, like, okay, in few months or few days you can become expert, but reality, we know it
Yeah. Yeah.
takes some time.
Hmm. Yeah.
What do you think? What is your experience based on your conversations? What do you think? What can be the major challenges?
No, I feel that I've spoken to a lot of people who do not come from English medium, but still from
Mm-hmm.
3 months or 6 months of consistent practice, they are able to pick up very quickly. So it depends on your dedication and if you are really so much
Mm-hmm.
passionate. Also, the reason behind why you're learning. If you have an
Mm-hmm.
interview or if you really want to grow in your career, like you're very serious about it, so definitely you'll give more time and all of your focus will be on learning English and practicing and speaking. So you'll find ways and means to improve. So it is not like nowadays
I
it's not fair for you to say I don't have a partner because we have a lot of resources and everybody knows about it. So it's quite easy to find a
Mhm.
partner to practice English. Maybe not around you, but online you can find. So I
Yeah, it
think
is
they
easy.
can be some excuses like playing the victim card. I'm from Hindi medium. No, I don't have people who spoke
Okay.
to me, but still you have time. So you can start even now and you can. But the major problem is being consistent and finding that motivation to learn English. So what is your opinion? Like how should people stay motivated or how should they be consistent in practicing English?
Okay. First of all, I will agree with your points, whatever you said about the struggle part,
Yeah.
playing victim card, and they try to play it safe and all. Now, about the motivation, see, it is very hard when we set some weird and unrealistic goals. So, first, what we can do to keep ourselves motivated, we can set some small goals. For example,
Right.
today, as if I'm starting.
Mm.
So, first goal I can have for a few days, for a week, or for 2 weeks, I will listen for 15 to 20 minutes, so that I need to have something in my mind to speak about. About speaking, I can speak about some basic random topics, random things present around me. Then I can keep increase that, I can keep going and going to the next level. So
Mhm.
basically setting up small goals. For example, today I will have conversation with someone for 1 minute, or maybe after a few days I can talk to the same person for 2 minutes. So what we can do, we can keep increasing those goals.
Mm.
And maybe today I will be little courageous. I can go out and talk to a shopkeeper for 2 3 minutes, or then maybe I can increase the time. So basically, we can set certain goals that are attainable,
Right.
and we can feel as if we have done something rather than focusing on the end goal. Like, end goal is I want to become fluent. One is that, and second is to keep ourselves motivated. It is very important to track our personal progress rather than focusing on generic statements. Our progress, as in, okay, few months, few weeks ago, I was at this level. I didn't know all this. Maybe today I know these words. I can use it in my context. So, personal progress, tracking personal progress is extremely important.
Mm.
And we will have to get away with certain things, like we shouldn't take a step back from making mistakes.
Mm.
What happens usually, it is one of the major reasons where we afraid, where we feel if we will make mistakes, then someone will judge. So I would say it is extremely important to make mistakes so that you can learn faster.
Right. Mm.
When you will realize you are making mistakes, then you will emphasize more on that, and then you will learn faster. So it is extremely important to make mistakes and learn from them rather than just trying to be perfect. So I just focus on small steps. This is my favorite. So set small targets, then achieve that, and then go ahead with the next target rather than trying to just learn everything at once. So
I
these
like, yeah,
things are important. Yes,
I totally
as you
agree with
said,
that. Yeah.
as you said, consistency is everything. We should
Mm-hmm.
practice consistently. So that is also again another good thing to focus on.
Exactly. Consistency is the thing that affects a lot of speakers. It doesn't matter at what level of
Mhm.
English you are. If you give a break in your consistency in whatever you're doing, you will find it hard to get back on track later. I am the example because I took a break of more than 1 month because I was sick. So to start again, it took a lot of time for me to start again doing sessions and get
It
back on
does.
track.
It does.
I
Yeah,
was
I
hesitant.
can agree.
I didn't want to do it somewhere. Then I was like, I have to do it sooner or later. So it took some time for me to get back on track and start having sessions again. So I think it
Mhm.
applies to anything that you're doing. You have to be consistent. Especially people think they forget
Yeah,
it. If they lose the track, I mean, if they lose the practice, they feel that they have forgotten everything and they have to start from scratch. So it is better be consistent. And the thing about practicing is you can practice even when you're alone. So don't give
I
up.
can relate to this. I can totally relate to this. Whenever I just go somewhere, I go to my hometown and I am not in touch with English, I also feel like little hesitant to restart. And
Right.
that reminded me of one point about this being motivated. What happens as a learner, we keep trying, but when we come across someone who is a native speaker and where we start comparing ourselves,
Right.
then we feel more demotivated. Like, oh, I
Mhm.
have been trying for these many weeks and still I'm not able to make conversation with a native speaker. So
Mhm.
avoid, just uh, don't feel demotivated because they are native speakers. They are able to speak because they have already given enough time for their English.
Mhm.
So yeah, they can also avoid that part.
Exactly. And how much time should a person practice speaking, ideally, to improve their English, to be in touch with the language?
Okay, so it depends upon the level and the goal they have. And to be honest, I would say if someone is starting from very basic, so I can tell you based on the experience of some learners
Mm-hmm.
who started from very basic, zero, and after 6 months, as you also mentioned, after 6 months, they reach at the level where they can have a conversation confidently. Not perfectly, but
Mm.
confidently. They are
Right.
able to express themselves comfortably in front of others when they are starting from very basic.
Okay.
So I would say if someone is giving around 30 minutes a day for speaking,
Mm. For
not
6 months.
for yes, consuming part, 5 6 months are enough to reach at the level where they are able to make a conversation comfortably. And
Mm.
when it comes to learning, it is a forever journey.
Right. Yeah.
But
Mm.
our goal is first goal is always to speak comfortably so that we can express our emotions and feelings to others. So
Mm.
to reach at that level, and for that they can do, as a beginner, they should focus on more listening part
Mm.
and equally on speaking. But
Right.
when someone is not beginner, they are at the level where they can understand really well. But speaking is the major challenge. Somewhere
Mm.
they are able to speak, but broken English.
Mm.
They should put more time to speaking, because if they are able to understand, they are at this level like above basic or below intermediate or intermediate level, they can give more time to speaking. rather than consuming a lot. So 3-4 months for them are enough again to reach at the level where they can be extremely good at communicating their thoughts. And advanced, so
Yeah.
for advanced, they are always like just enhancing their skills.
Yeah. And I
So
think
I
they
feel
learn from those
consistently,
steps. Once you are like advanced,
good,
you know how much time you have to give. So yeah, it's upon them.
exactly.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, they are aware about the time. They know everything, but now the sole purpose is to work on advancing their skills, just to learn new vocabulary, phrases, or advanced technology, something. So, okay, yeah, this was my idea. I think
Mm.
I could tell this number based on the learner's experience.
Right. And the more time you give, the faster you'll become fluent. If there's no
Yeah,
magic or trick or secret in it, it is just you give more time, you become fluent faster, and more time to speaking.
exactly. Yes, yes. Somewhere it is directly proportional to that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, many a times what happens, learners, they do ask about the course duration. I say like, okay, there is no fixed duration.
Mm,
It is up to you. It
right.
is up to your experience, your
Mm,
level. We
mm,
don't have any such course like in 1 month you will become expert, on 2 months or 3 months.
mm.
It is like we will suggest you in this particular, in this duration, 1 month, 2 months, try that and see your progress, and then take another plan accordingly. So there
Mm.
is no fixed duration for that.
Right. It depends totally on the person, but somehow people expect promises. You join my course, and in 3 months, I'll make you fluent. It doesn't work that way, like being
Yes,
honest.
yes, yes. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. We have to give them a reality check time to time. Like
Exactly.
the moment they come in and they have this, like, okay, I'm all set now. It's your responsibility to make me fluent. And then
Mm,
we have to remind them, okay, we are doing our best, but you will have to trust the process. You will have to believe, and you will have to put equally the same amount of efforts as we are putting. Then it is possible. We are not doing any magic. It is just we are trying to give you something uh, in a proper system. We are trying to build the kind of system that can be easy for you, easy
right.
to implement.
Mm,
Yes.
totally get it. Yeah. Okay. So, on a closing note, do you want to give any advice to learners how they should learn, or some suggestions, some tips? Because you're a trainer and out of
Mhm.
your experience, please give them some suggestions or advice.
Okay. As we have covered a lot of points already,
Mm,
so in the end, I would say consistency is everything. Basically, this quote, one of my favorite quotes, practice makes progress. So if you will, yeah, earlier it I used to believe in this quote, practice makes a man perfect. Now it
perfect.
has changed.
Yeah.
Practice makes progress. So right practice, to be precise. This quote
Mm,
is changing time to time.
yeah.
So
It
yeah,
has
right
to.
practice. Yeah, it has to. And right practice, get involved with right practice, and keep yourself surrounded with English because it is important.
Mm,
Many a times what happens when we start speaking, we think, okay, by just simply doing this for few minutes a day, it can work. But no, if you are in the journey of learning, just
mm,
enjoy the process, have fun with it. Otherwise it will become a chore for you. You
yeah.
will take a big pressure on your shoulders. You will feel,
Mm,
okay, in few days I have to set some target I have to achieve. No, just enjoy the process, enjoy your progress, and have fun with it. Regular practice and surround yourself with English. And I have uploaded some videos about that on our channel. You can tag that, they can see about all these tips. They are
mm.
quite easy to implement, and they are practical, not generic, something they can implement right away. So this is what I mostly focus on, something they can implement right away, not vague, but some generic tips.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think, yeah,
That was a good advice.
consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hmm. Practice consistency and surround yourself with English, and try to take feedback if you have people around you. Feedback is crucial in this journey.
Yes. I think
Otherwise,
it
we
is.
will keep learning something. Mhm.
I think it is underrated seeking feedback, and it just slips your mind. it is very important to take feedback.
Yeah, we have this ego, this typical
Mhm.
human ego. We have,
Yeah,
okay, we don't need anything. We are working on ourselves. Maybe we are doing best. But
yeah,
somewhere other, when we get others' perspective, it makes our life easier, journey easier. So it is very important to take feedback from people and then work on it. So I think, yes, I have covered most of the points. And if people are interested, yes, I missed that part. They can come on the platform, they can take a demo to see their level, where they are
mm,
right now.
mm,
Accordingly, we can suggest some plans, we can give some suggestions to them based on their level. So, yes, you can you can add that link somewhere in your
yes.
description so that they can check out the website and book a demo.
Yes, I'll do that. Even in my last video, when I left the link, I also got a learner who, like, she told she's learning from past 3 months and she's progressing and she's liking and she's taken further subscriptions as well. So she was like, "Thank you so much. Because of you, I knew about this platform and I joined it and I'm really learning with ma'am." So that it made me happy because I recommended something and people are liking it. So it somewhat feels worthy.
Yeah, it is the best part. It is
Mm,
the part that I really enjoy when someone comes to me and say, okay, they are trusting, they are learning, they are
yes.
improving. And this is the end goal for me also. If someone is coming on
Right.
the platform, they are leaving the platform by taking away something important and tangible. So
Mm,
eventually we are trying to build something where they can learn as easier as it can get or as
yes.
faster as it is possible. So
Mm.
yes.
It also
And
encourages you and
the
motivates you further, like to do better work.
yes, yes, this is the biggest motivation for anyone.
Exactly.
I read, whenever I upload any video or whenever I watch some content, I just focus on comments. Like,
Yeah.
what are they liking the most? What should
Mm.
I focus on? It is crucial for me, for everyone, just to create something. And I would ask for your suggestions. What do you suggest? Do you want to suggest something to me or to learners that we can focus on based on your experience?
Not exactly because you've covered a lot of points. I think you've covered everything, like being consistent, being motivated on how to learn and how much time to give in learning. Also, I would say don't compare yourself with others. Everyone is different. So your progress may take time. They might be fast. It can be anything. Maybe they are giving more time. So
Mhm.
don't take it superficially unless you are in somebody else's shoes. You don't realize what they are going through or what they have done to achieve what they have achieved today. So don't compare yourself. Take it at your own pace. So you
Mhm.
should be your competition. Just be the best version of yourself. So that is what I would like to add to it, or to whatever you've already told.
Okay, agreed. I will totally agree on that. From our last conversation, many South Indian people reached out to me and they loved this one line when I said people have this myth South Indian people know English really well. They were like, ma'am, I am not that person. I can relate to that line. So
Mhm.
many of them, they were from Kerala
Mm.
and Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, that line really worked.
Mm.
And they watch your videos, maybe they relate to your content, your videos.
Yes,
So
yes.
I felt really good.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so we are running out of time. So shall we wrap up the session?
Yes, we can wrap up this session. I really loved this conversation and I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you so much
Likewise.
again for inviting me on this channel.
It was a pleasure having you and talking to you. Thank you so much because giving suggestions like this, being a trainer, it is going to be really beneficial to all the learners who are watching. And I really hope they implement what you have told in the video. So thank you so much for joining today. Happy weekend.
Happy weekend to you too. And have a great day ahead. Bye. Take care.
Bye bye. Bye.